Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our fourth week of social distancing. I was requested by a couple of your parents and you guys to do a little video to help you get through the week and guide you so that if you had questions, you can refer back to it. So that's what this is. Alrighty, so the first thing I'm going to talk about this morning is what you have to do today for Monday. You are going to take an assessment on benchmark based on the previous 3 weeks. So it's called Unit 7 Assessment and Benchmark, and I did a little preview video to remind you how to log in. So if you forget, this will help you. And again, it'll be posted in Google. It should be posted in Google Classroom at this time for you to also have a quick link. So when you open Benchmark, you want to click on Login with Clever. And when that pops up, you're going to then click on Login with Active Directory and enter in your email and password. While it's loading, then what you're going to do once it opens up is you're going to open up the Assignments tab, which is at the top. And for me, it looks different than it will look for you because I have your previous assessments. But for you, it should just say Unit 7 Assessment. You click on it. Once you click on that, then you'll scroll down and find your name and click on the blue book. And then again, where it says edit, there should be a blue book for you. You click on that and you begin your test. Now, if that doesn't work for you, I need you to email me and let me know, and I'll find a different way to assess you. Now, the next thing you're going to do today is you're going to start a math unit on volume through Khan Academy. And we've started that a little bit in class, but it's really important that you watch the videos because the videos are what would take place of my in front of class direct instruction. Now, I know that some of you haven't been watching the videos, and I can tell based on the answers you've been giving and the work that you've been doing. So I really encourage you to watch the video to help you with the volume because it does get more complicated as it goes on. So please do that. Right now I'm going to give you a preview of what your Khan lessons are for this week. So this week, like I said, we're going to start with volume, and we've talked about this a little bit, volume of cubic units. So for Monday, there are a few videos. There's an article for you to read, 3 exercises, and 2 videos to watch. Make sure you do them in the order that they're given so that you can do that. On Tuesday, you'll have to take your first quiz on volume, and then we'll start going into actual shapes of rectangular prisms. Volume is area of base and height, and then volume with area of length. And then Wednesday, you're decomposing to find volume, so you're breaking it apart. And then figuring out how to do that, and it continues on with the decomposing of volume. And then on Thursday, you'll have your second volume quiz, volume of rectangular prisms review, and then you'll do a little bit on word problems, 2 things on word problems, and 1 exercise and a video. And then on Friday will be your unit test on volume. So the last thing for Monday is your science quiz. Now this is based on everything you've been reading in that science book. And it's based on each investigation. So we did 5 investigations total. And I'll walk you through what that looks like on Google Classroom because you've never taken a quiz this way before. But I want to make sure that you understand how to access it. And if you have any questions, of course, email me or reach out to me and let me know. Science test, it'll be found in your classwork under science. It will be posted to the stream tomorrow at 8 a.m. or today at 8 a.m. So you can access it there. But until then, it's gray, but it'll turn blue. Once you get there, it says this quiz is a culmination of everything you've been studying and learning about Earth since January. You may use your book and you may use your notes to take the quiz, but please do not use Google or any other internet sources to answer the questions. So to access it, you just click on the Google form, and you'll see it accesses it through your email, and it'll say Investigation 1, Solar System. It's going to ask you a few questions. Investigation 2, it's going to ask you 1 question. Investigation 3, Water Vapor. There's some more questions. Investigation number 4, Heating the Earth. And investigation number 5, weather. And then you press submit. That's all you have to do. Now, for the rest of this week, we have some other assignments that we haven't done before. I am introducing a new unit. This unit is transforming matter. I don't know if that comes up on your screen well or not. But I'm going to play you the intro video for your essential question. You respond to the essential question on Tuesday in the class discussion board or on the stream of Google Classroom. And then throughout this week, you're not writing an essay every week for this unit. You're going to write one essay in the culmination of 3 weeks. So what that looks like is this week you're going to be getting an insert or a prompt for how you're going to research. And I'm going to put that up on the screen right now, and then I'll talk you through
it. Transforming matter. We can change matter in many ways. Some changes are reversible. They can be undone. Some changes are irreversible. They cannot be undone. Matter can be measured and described by its properties, such as size, texture, and smell. Why do we measure and describe the world?
This week was the intro of why do we measure and describe the world. You should have read about John Dalton. He's the father of atomic theory, and he talks about atoms and chemical bonds and chemical reactions. And then you've read an article called Matter is Everywhere. And we've discussed this in length in class about solids, liquids, and gases. So this should be pretty streamlined into what we've already done for physical changes in matter. And again, if you need a reminder of that, there's another video here on my YouTube channel that can help you with that. But for this week's writing evaluation piece, you're going to look at the opinion. You're going to come up with your own opinion, and this is going to be a 3-week research building opinion. So you're going to research other inventions or discoveries made in the field of chemistry over the last 100 years. And you're going to give your opinion to which discovery or invention has had the greatest impact on people's everyday lives. You're going to write an essay after the 3 week or at the end of the 3 weeks in which you clearly state your opinion and provide supporting reasons and evidence based on your research. Now this week you're going to choose your topic. Now you're going to conduct pre-research to identify at least 3 important inventions or discoveries of the past 100 years. You're going to construct 3 or more guiding questions that will help you learn more about these inventions or discoveries so that you can formulate your opinion about which has had the greatest impact. Now, I know that we did something similar to this in our technology unit that we did, but I want you to pick something different. Not a car, not a train, not a boat, nothing that dealt with the Industrial Revolution. I want you to think about discoveries. They could be health discoveries, educational discoveries, human rights discoveries, things like that, or even more scientific discoveries. You want to be very creative here, and you want to make sure that your research is done in a way that you can state your opinion clearly with evidence. So the next thing we're going to start is a project-based learning 3-week project on the presidents. I was requested by a couple of you to do a president's and a state project. So the first one we're going to do is a president's project. Now, it's going to be all online unless you have a book at home that you can use, and that's all going to be in the instructions for Google Classroom. This first week, though, all you're going to do is a research part. So all you're going to do is you're going to pick a president, one that's listed in the Google Sheets, and then you're going to research that president based on who you chose. And I've given you a couple websites to go from and how to cite your information and things like that. So let me walk you through that on Google Classroom. President's PBL Week 1. This will again show up Monday morning at 8 a.m. in your stream for Google Classroom. You're going to choose a president on the sign-up sheet first. Only the presidents listed are the ones available for research. So you will not be able to do Washington, Lincoln, Obama, or Trump. Now, I chose not to do those ones because Washington and Lincoln, you've studied every year in your school career so far. And Obama and Trump, they are the presidents since you've been alive. So I want you to experience what some other presidents were like when you weren't alive, so that you can get more of an understanding of what these people have done for our country or have not done, for you to understand it. So once you've picked your president, then you want to make sure that in the sign-up sheet too, and I'll show you in just a second, that you don't delete anybody's name to put yours in its place, because that could be a problem. And we don't want to take, and it's only one person per president. There's enough presidents for each one of you to go around, and a few extras. So please don't be greedy and take one that's already taken. Just make sure that you only add your name into a blank space. Once you do that, then you're going to complete the U.S. President's PBL Week 1 in the Google Docs. In the calendar that I've given you, it's spaced out when you can complete each question. But if you want to do it in one day or space it out, that's completely up to you. So let's look at the sign-up sheet first. So here's the sign-up sheet. So you have president's name, your name. Like I said, only one person per president. There are 41 of them listed. So there's only 35 of you guys. There's 41 of them. You do the math. There's plenty to go around. So then you want to look at your president's PBL for week 1. Sorry about that. So here's the Google Doc, and everybody has a copy of this, so you don't need to make a copy of it. The way I posted it this week is that everyone will have a copy made for themselves. So again, directions. Choose the president in the sign-up sheet first, and then only from those that are listed for research. Complete this research sheet by using the websites listed below, and in your calendar there's a spaced out timeline when to complete each question, but if you want to do it all in one day, you may. The choice is yours. Make sure you cite your sources, and I've included a template. This part of the PBL is due on Friday. So websites that are allowed for research are listed here. Do not Google search or use Wikipedia. However, if a president has a personal website, if it exists, you may use it. You may also use any book you have access to based on the president's. So for your research, you'll write your name, the president's full name. You're going to insert a photo of them, their birthday, birthplace, family life, education, what did they study, marriages, children, interests, jobs before they were president, political positions, years or terms of service, their political party, important events while in office. You're going to list at least 2 important events while in office. This one's a little bit more specific for like bills passed or wars or historic events. These important events while in office, the number 14 is more like things going on in the world, or things that they did specifically. Interesting facts, at least 3, and then you're going to include your sources. If you keep scrolling down, I've given you an example of how to present your sources. So there's 2 examples. One's from a book, one's from a website. I want your sources to look like this for this project. And you'll list all 5 sources, 3 to 5 sources that you came up with. So Zoom meetings for this week will be Monday from 1 to 2 and Friday from 1 to 2 as well. Those are the whole class meetings. My office hours will be Tuesday for parents from 12 to 1 for a parent meeting, and Wednesday from 10 to 11 for you guys. I'll also have my RJ Circle girls group from 1 to 2 on Wednesday, so that we can check in and do all of that. If I have to cancel any meetings this week because of doctor's appointments or what have you, I'll let you know at least an hour beforehand. Hope you have a good week. Thanks for watching this super long video. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. Bye.